My name is Ben Domain, Managing Editor with WestfordCAT, and here's the April 7th edition of WestfordCAT News. The Friends of East Boston Camps Board has voted to disband the organization. The board said it increased difficulty in raising funds and declining membership since its inception in 2007. Quote, over the years, it has become increasingly difficult to raise funds. Paid membership is down, community sponsorships are far fewer and smaller than in the past, and fundraising events have not been successful enough to merit the efforts required, the board wrote in an email on March 29th. The organization has raised over $500,000 in funds for several improvements, including renovations to the dining hall, a nurse's cabin, a director's cabin, and an Americans with Disabilities Act compliant bathhouse. The organization says its remaining $50,000 will be transferred to the Conservation Commission to finish renovations on the Neshoba Lodge. Quote, the board extends its thanks to the founders of the Friends, to those who served on the past boards, and to our community sponsors, and especially to many Westford residents who have been generous supporters over the years, the board wrote. A Westford LGBTQ+ group and church have partnered to promote Transgender Day of Visibility, which fell on Easter Sunday this year. A sign created by Westford LGBTQ+ friends and allies was placed outside of the First Parish Church United on Main Street. Quote, this is groundbreaking, and quite frankly, I expected a no with Transgender Day of Visibility falling on Easter Sunday this year, Wendy Lloyd, leader of Westford LGBTQ+ friends and allies, said. We respect that not all organizations would feel comfortable with the juxtaposition, and we would not have taken it personally as a lack of support. She added, I am proud that the church leaders are committed to helping promote the visibility and support in town. Church leadership, such as Reverend Rebecca Lockwood, says that the church is, quote, often pretty clear in its strong support of the LGBTQ community. Quote, the decision was pretty easy for us to make, she said. Lockwood says her church aims to provide a safe and welcoming environment to all persons in the community. Quote, we are supporting and celebrating Transgender Day of Visibility, and this is one thing we can do in our promise of being a safe and welcoming place. According to a 2023 report from Human Rights Campaign, an American LGBTQ advocacy group, 32 transgender and gender-expansive people were killed in 2023 by violent means. Of these, 84% were people of color, and 50% were dead-named or misgendered by the press. Additionally, according to a 2023 report from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, a 40% increase in anti-transgender incidents were observed between 2021 and 2022. Lockwood did note that though her church did support Transgender Day of Visibility, she says she believes there is still work to be done in remediating the church's relationship with the LGBTQ community. For so many people, the church has been a harmful place, and so many people do not feel safe. We have a lot to repair, she said. WestfordCAT is proud to announce a major expansion to our news department, including an additional reporter and a print edition. WestfordCAT's board of directors recently approved its 2024 operating budget, which paves the way for us to hire a new reporter and ad sales staff to generate revenue within the community. Additionally, our budget includes line items for our print edition. WestfordCAT currently provides weekly flyers to local businesses and government buildings, including Town Hall, Road and Bush Community Center, the J.V. Fletcher Library, the Cameron Senior Center, Mario's Classic Kitchen Cafe, and Paul's Diner. We have previously printed a 16-page year in review for 2023. With our new budget and donation of an office printer that is expected to arrive in the next few weeks, we can provide residents with a print edition of our weekly Sunday newsletter more frequently. In an ever-changing media landscape, we hope our readers will appreciate a greater variety of options to consume the news they care about. Major changes are also in store for the WestfordCAT website, westfordcat.org. We plan to redesign our website to serve our residents better and reflect the products we produce, including news pieces, multimedia storytelling, government meetings, and much more. We will keep you updated on our redesign process as it moves forward. Finally, we have removed all Google Ads from our site effective April 1st. Google Ads provided us with a modest source of revenue, approximately $1,500 per year. However, in an effort to adhere to our mission of free nonprofit journalism for Westford residents, we have decided to eliminate ads to elevate the user experience. These changes do come at a cost. In an industry with declining revenue, divestment, and ever-shrinking operating budgets year over year, every dollar counts. Expansions like this take creative accounting to allow us to work within an operating budget that has seen a 5% decline year over year. We're excited to share these updates and these changes as they take effect. Stay tuned for more at westfordcat.org. The Planning Board has opened the public hearing for an updated zoning bylaw that could regulate future firearms businesses in Westford. This new proposal recently cleared a procedural hurdle to return to special town meeting no later than July 27th. A previous proposal failed to garner a 2/3 majority at special town meeting last October. This proposal creates a 1,000-foot setback between firearms businesses and public schools, as well as a 500-foot setback between firearms businesses and a special permit requirement. The previous proposal had a limit of 4 special permits that could be granted by the planning board. This new proposal does not place a restriction on the number of businesses that may enter Westford.
What we're looking to do here is separate not stop
Sure.
the gun shops,
Yep.
separate them by 500 feet.
I get it,
That's
yeah.
all we're looking to do, right?
Yeah.
You can buy a gun in Westford, you can own a gun in Westford under this bylaw.
Right.
We just don't want them congregating as it happened in the mill.
Chief of Police Mark Chambers says that he supports the proposal as well.
It did creep in scope the last time, but I am in support of this bylaw wholeheartedly. I think it's an important measure for us to take to protect ourselves from some of the business that's being conducted in the neighboring community.
This hearing will continue during the board's May 6th meeting. That's all for this week. I'm Ben Domain, and you're watching WestfordCAT News.